Today we got Lox Chatterbox on the show talking about his new album, How to Sell Your Soul. So let's get into that. But before we get into that, let's get into this, which is, you know what it is, Joey. What is it?
The Natural Habitat Podcast. The Natural Habitat Podcast. The Natural Habitat Podcast.
Hello, everybody, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Natural Habitat Podcast. My name is Mikey Booyah.
My name is Notice Me.
And today is a special day. We have a guest here on Skype, but before we talk to him, we'd like to talk to you guys. I hope that you guys had a great weekend. I hope you steered clear of whatever religious propaganda someone was trying to feed you on Sunday, and you just got high instead.
All of the above.
How did you enjoy your weekend, Joey?
Same way I enjoy every weekend.
Okay, cool. That's a great story.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of really what it's all about. Just making it through another weekend, getting past that church hump, you know?
Living.
Yeah, living. And just trying not to get sucked in to a religious culture. I don't know why I started with a negative view on religion immediately, but I'm gonna shift away from that.
Maybe it's because you're trying to sell your soul.
Maybe it is. You know, it's got me thinking about it now.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this experiment in my house lately. I caught a spider off the wall, right? And I read this article a while ago, and I pulled it up. Oh, cool! I get to fucking play a goddamn ad. Did you hear that?
No.
Did you hear that ad?
Never heard of it.
Okay, then I'm glad that I brought it up. We're gonna edit that out. All right. On this website that I brought up that is adless, it says that let's see, in 1948 they did a study. Some guy that was a zoologist, H.M. Peters, a German zoologist, was studying the web building behaviors of spiders, right? Trying to figure out why they did certain patterns and like the whole formula of them building it and how they did it and which ones they did first. So his garden spiders would spin their webs between 2 and 5 o'clock in the morning. And he had to get up in the morning and actually watch them in the middle of the night if he wanted to see it and witness it happen. So he was tired of doing this. So he decided that he was going to give the spiders different stimulants and drugs to see if he can spark them into creating webs in the middle of the day, right?
The fuck?
Yeah, this guy he's a mad scientist. He's German, mind you. So what happens is he gave them marijuana, LSD, caffeine, mescaline, barbiturates.
Well, I'm saying, what the fuck? Like, how is that even like possible to break it down to like that small of a level for a fucking spider to even ingest the shit? Like, what is he doing?
What they said was
something. Or?
Yeah, they would dissolve the drug into sugar water, or they would inject it into flies and then feed the flies to the spiders. And what happened was they have it all broken down for each one. They have a standard web, and then when they gave the spiders marijuana, the web became like real sporadic and gaps in a lot of spots, and they kind of like gave up on it halfway through and just went away. When they gave them caffeine, their webs were like smaller, but more like odd and weird angles and intricate and like didn't make any sense. You know what I mean? When they gave them a sedative, chloral hydrate, they just made barely a web at all. It was like fucking 5 strings, and that was it. And then when they gave him LSD, their webs were actually more geometric than they were when they were sober. So the lines were straighter and everything was more, in depth and crazy. And so I've been doing my own experiments at my house with this spider that I caught. I folded up a piece of paper, rolled it up, folded it, put it in the jar with them, got them in the jar. I've been blowing lots and lots of smoke in there. And I don't know if that's working because it says that it's not. But I also took a fly, put it in there, and I'm thinking that the fly will breathe the weed into its little fly lungs, and then the spider will eat the fly. And I'm trying to do my own experiment. It's not working because I'm not a scientist. I might try the sugar water thing. If I put like a little bit of hash and some sugar water.
All right, let's get back to the crazy mad scientist for a second.
What about him?
How the fuck did he figure out any of it? Why was the drugs a replacement for the time of when they did it? What does he mean? Does he mean he would capture the spider and then force feed it drugs and then it would just automatically make a web?
Yeah.
And then go to sleep? Or is he saying that he would force feed it and then it would still do its thing at 2:00 in the morning or whatever? What's?
No, I'm thinking because it says in here that he had his pharmacologist friend see if there might be some chemical stimulant that would coax the spiders into building their webs at a more reasonable time. So apparently they were drugging them and they would keep building at they would keep building at their usual hour. So yeah, they would still build at 2:00 in the morning.
Okay, that's where I was confused because I was like, okay, well,
but
how does feeding them drugs make them just automatically shoot a web or whatever,
Yeah, they just get all fucking creative and start building webs and shit. When you get them high, they're like, hey, man.
And they're just fuck it. Time doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah. So,
lost in the sauce.
So depending on who you are that is listening to this, I'm either experimenting or torturing a spider. Yeah. But I think that it's underneath that line of animals that people care about. You know what I mean?
Is it underneath the line?
People squash spiders all day, every day. So,
but I mean, is it underneath the line of a beginning stages of a serial killer? Because they always start on animals and things like that.
See, it could be, but does that count as an animal that's creepy to kill?
Sure.
But is it creepier
if you kill it in a creepy way, like smoking it out to death?
See, but is it creepy? Because I do think it would be creepy, but it's all about the intent of how you're looking at it. If you're looking at it in a maniacal way, you ain't got no air, motherfucker, then it's yeah, you're kind of torturing the spider. But if I'm I am giving him weed to breathe, and I found out that due to his size, it'll take him a few weeks to cycle through the air in the jar, so it's not like he's gonna die overnight. And I fed him one fly. So if I am showing serial killer tendencies, I'm a nice serial killer, and I'm gonna be kind to my victims. I'm gonna give them blankets. I'm gonna give them cooked turkeys.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be the kind of guy that's just here you are in a hole, and I'm gonna give you baskets of lotion. I'm gonna you're gonna have
exactly what you're doing right now.
You're gonna have your own room.
You put it in the hole.
That's ground level. No, it's ground level.
You're throwing it down snacks to keep it alive.
It's not in a hole. It's ground level. In a jar.
Smoke lotion all over its skin.
Yeah, that checks out.
Oh shit.
All right.
Buffalo booyah.
Maybe I am. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the one where everyone finds out that I'm a serial killer.
Buffalo booyah. I'm rooting for you.
That's what instead of calling this episode Lox Chatterbox I'm gonna call it the one where we find out that Mikey's a serial killer. Whoops.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah. So let's steer away from that and steer into a smoke sesh before we get into this interview.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Senka, you did?
Yeah, man. I don't know what that's from.
Me neither. Never heard of it.
Me neither. You know what I have heard of is the NHP smoke sesh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so if anybody out there wants to join us, do it, you suckers. Got that super torch. Don't eat after you swim. Is that how it is?
I heard it gives you cramps. Don't share smoking utensils with people with herpes.
It's good advice. You probably
Solid.
shouldn't. You probably shouldn't fuck them either.
Well, I guess.
There it is.
It's hot, man.
All right. Thanks.
Global warming.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yes. Super hot.
It'll get you. He was. I like how you said global warming, and I said he was on. He was on Neil deGrasse Tyson's podcast. By he, I mean global warming, and by global warming, I mean Al Gore.
Oh, I knew it.
And fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, Al Gore joined us on the podcast, and then someone was like, did you guys talk about global warming? And he was like, of course we did. That's all the man ever wants to talk about. And then it's
he made $1 billion business out of it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, global warming's real. Thanks to Al Gore. I like to think that Al Gore was secretly poisoning the atmosphere to make it warmer to sell more movies and books.
He changed his middle name to GW.
And he has a big pile of styrofoam in his backyard, in his on his private property that he sets on fire allegedly, and he's burning holes.
Aerosol hairspray.
Yeah, and he also what else is bad? He also drives big clunky gas guzzling cars. Is that bad?
He throws away his batteries when they're only halfway used.
Yeah, and when he's driving down the street and he has a new soda and he opens it and there's an old soda in his cup holder, he just throws it out the window at oncoming cars.
Fuck that soda.
Yeah, and he also pees in the coffee at AM PM when nobody's looking, and then when you go in the morning trying to get coffee, you're drinking. Who is it? Who are we talking about? Al Gore.
I don't know. Yeah,
we're talking about you allegedly drink Al Gore's pee, and it all goes full circle and warms the globe.
Okay.
Full circle or flat circle, depending on who you are.
Yeah. He throws away recycling in the green waste bin.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Allegedly. Allegedly. We don't want to get sued, especially by Al Gore, because he's got money. He's got suing money.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. We're gonna countersue Al Gore, and he's gonna be like, I didn't even know that I was suing them, but I am now, and then hopefully we'll get a lawsuit.
We're gonna represent ourselves pro bono.
I don't know if that's such a great idea.
Oh.
Are you sure that you would want to do that?
Yeah, why not?
I don't even trust myself talking right now.
Well,
I feel like I'm gonna slip up and fucking tell someone I'm a serial killer again.
You never know if you could do something until you try.
All right. Well, that seems like a good segue to get into this interview, because I don't know if I could do this interview, but I'm gonna try.
All right.
I feel like I'm pretty high right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We have Lox Chatterbox on the line. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. What's going on?
Not a whole lot, just chilling. Intensely high today. I took some THC pills earlier, and we've been taking dabs and shit. So,
Nice, dude.
Regular day. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come and join us. You released this new album called "How to Sell Your Soul," and this came out, I'm going to say like roughly a week ago or something like that. You've been getting a lot of good write-ups, a lot of good feedback from this album that I've been seeing. I really enjoyed it. Wanted to get you in and talk about it. So I personally I'm a sucker for the album creation, you know, like a list of songs that go together in a formula. It doesn't really happen a lot nowadays. So what was it that sparked you to create this album? Was it something in particular that started it, or a song on it that started it?
Well, good question. I mean, it was kind of like a mix of both, really. I had a few songs, and I kind of had like this vibe that I wanted to capture, and like these beats, you know, and they all kind of went together and had this really dark, ominous feel to it, you know, and I was kind of stuck on this theme of really being frustrated and desperate for a change in what I've been doing and shit. And so I kind of like whipped that up into a ball and just kind of, you know, chewed it up, and that's what I came out with. So, you know, How to Sell Your Soul, with this type of ominous type of feel, with these, you know, with this particular theme and everything, was just where I landed, I guess. So
who did you get to do this very fitting artwork for the album?
I actually got a artist that I met through somebody, a mutual friend, who is this girl from Korea who just did it for me for a small fee. She just does art on hire like all the time to a lot of people, and I loved her style and her little neon colors and stuff, and I asked my friend to get me in contact with her, and yeah, and so it was, you know, really impersonal, but she did a really good job, and you know, made it look like me and everything like that. So I was super stoked on it. And,
it's very identifiable. Like you could totally tell it's you. And, and it fit the vibe for the project. And I think that it was like, I don't know, it's really refreshing. It's something bright. You know what I mean? The colors were like very distinct and stood out, and it was like very appealing. Something about it, you know, just the look of it, and it catches you off guard. You're like, wait a minute, that really is him. You know what I mean? If your fans who know you've seen you a lot, know that, you know, that was you. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. So I was stoked, and my girl actually did the font writing and stuff. She just did that, designed it, and had like an idea for it, and we couldn't like really get any fonts that captured that, so we just did that ourselves. So it kind of worked out. Yeah,
it worked out really good. It looks good.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
So I wanted to talk about some of the songs on this album and lines in particular. One of my favorite tracks on here is a kind of a hidden track. It's called Dead Man, and it's after Killa Killa, and you say in this song you have a line that says, "I ain't never wanted to be biting my tongue." Now, I have this problem where every time I eat, probably every other time I eat, I viciously bite my tongue open. It's covered with scars, and I'm usually bleeding a little bit constantly. Right now I am from those pills I took earlier. So, do you have any advice for clumsy eaters that that have a hard time?
Well, I guess I would have to say, if you're a clumsy eater, you're not gonna get the real food that you want to eat. You're just gonna be stuck eating some shitty food if you're always biting on your tongue.
So it's the food. I see.
It's the food, I guess, or maybe, I don't know.
Soup.
Man.
Just eat soup. Soup is the way to go. And then a follow-up question in that same song, you make a reference to Imhotep, the Egyptian pharaoh, made popular by Brendan Fraser's The Mummy in 1999. Now, if you had to be best friends with Brendan Fraser's character in Monkey Bone, or Brendan Fraser's character in Bedazzled, the one with Elizabeth Hurley?
Yeah.
Best friends with one of those. Which one would it be?
Obviously Monkey Bone.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
right?
Yeah, I mean, I would think so, but in my mind, I think they're both the same character. I think they might even have the same name.
Yeah,
They seem like the same one.
Maybe, possibly. But I would most prefer to be friends with Brendan Fraser and Encino Man out of all Brendan Frasers, though. That is my ultimate answer. So
yeah, all right. That is a great answer.
The caveman tops it.
That's a great answer.
Hell yeah.
So, now after the lighthearted questions, there's a track, one of my favorite tracks on here. It's called Chemicals, and you get actually pretty deep and talk about a lot of things that are, you know, plaguing today's youth, today's nation. A lot of people are hopped up on pills. A lot of people are, whether it be the food you eat, you know, whatever you're smoking, whatever you're, you know, whatever it may be. And people are becoming more and more aware. And, you know, you talk about, you hint on some sort of substance abuse problem. And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but is there a problem like that in your life that you tackling, like a personal thing, or is that just kind of for the writing?
I mean, that is just probably my whole life. I've just always been a dance with that devil, you know what I mean? Like, I've never been, I've never gotten, like, you know, completely trampled in that dance, but I've been very close to it, and it's always been something that I've, like, you know, battled my whole life, and a lot of my friends have been, you know, I've seen it, you know, just tear up a lot of people, you know, family, friends, everything. And it's just, you know, basically the only thing in life that kind of like, I don't know, it's like the biggest challenge for me, I guess. Everything else is kind of shadowed by that. And so it really inspires me to write certain things. And that's where I get a lot of my, you know, writer, you know, creation. I don't know.
I mean, because I could definitely sense something powerful in that song that was more than just, you know, some lyrics that were flashy and went together, you know what I mean? And, you know, I personally have been battling with my own problem with pills up and down, you know, in the past like 5 or 6 years or so. So it was, it was a really good song for me to hear, for anybody else that's out there struggling, you know, so.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I didn't want to keep it just since I didn't mean just pills either, you know, because there's so many different substances and shit that I have personally dealt with, and the people that I'm trying to, you know, talk to and like voice, you know, connect with and all that shit, you know. So it's that, like you said earlier, it could be anything. There's so many different facets of it, you know, and it's just, it's fucking crazy, you know. So, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I definitely I respect you for getting into it, and I think that's why I like this album so much, is that you touch on real topics. You touch on things that should be talked about. And
yeah, that's not something that everybody does. Not everybody puts any personal stuff into their stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everybody does. And that's a hard thing to do, because to be self-critical is like, and put it public is like one of the hardest things to do. But you know, when you're fucking humble and true to yourself, you can do shit like that, you know? Me, on the other hand, I'm like, you know, I just don't like to mix my personal life with the music at all, because like, I feel like I don't want to be like, you know, I just feel like I don't want to be known for certain things. Like when people talk about like Eminem, you know, like they always talk about his past and his struggle and all these things. And so many of us go through the same thing as him. So to like have the same type of story, it's already been told, you know what I mean? It's like, makes me like try to steer away from it.
Yeah, dude. Well, I totally feel you, bro. You have like a, you know, you've worked to build a different identity anyway. I mean, you stand for a different struggle and a different type of different, you know, like a different type of hustle anyway. You know what I mean? Like, even though we both come from, you know, we spent so many years together, we still like capture a different, you know, a whole different type of mind state, I guess you could say, you know. But, you know, I totally respect what you're saying, you know.
I feel like it takes something that not a lot of people have, was my point. You know what I mean? It's the fact that to be able to get personal and be okay with it is something that not everybody can do, you know. And that's something that your fans are gonna be able to connect with, you know. That creates something relatable, you know what I mean? Like not everybody's relatable is what I'm saying. And by you like touching on subjects that are relatable to people creates a bond. And I think that's just, you know.
Yeah, because the listener
Well,
can tell. You know what I mean? Like you can.
but that's valuable to me. You know what I mean? To me, that's like why. Like I used to try to impress people with lyricism, and that was being a good rapper to me was just being impressive with lyrics and what you rhymed off of at the end of your sentence if it was creative. You know, but to now being an impressive lyricist to me is trying to connect with people and say things that other people can feel and think that just haven't been said or type of, you know. So I guess that's just something I value. So I try to do that, you know.
Yeah, I agree. That's dope, dude. That's super dope for people like us that know you, but even more so for people that don't. Like fans, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's like the ultimate relatability. So I think it's gonna go a long way.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
So on the title track of this song, you have your sister singing on the hook. And was this her first song that she sang on, or has she done stuff before?
Yeah. It's featuring Bailey. Is how you pronounce it. It's Bailey.
Yeah,
I don't know.
wasn't
Some
sure.
people might
I wasn't
mess
sure.
that up. But yeah, so her name is Bailey. It's my little sister, and this is the second song that she actually wrote and sang with me. And she's really good as far as writing with me, and she thought of this concept for the song and really like took a huge role in writing this hook and everything, you know.
That's dope.
So yeah, we made another song, but we haven't released it, and no, it's something that we didn't do. It's actually like a starfish. More of a Starfish the Astronaut type of song, you know. So, that's my little sister.
That's dope.
That's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah.
I wanted to give her a
Not
shout
everybody
out.
does that either, right? Sorry.
Yeah,
Didn't
true.
mean to cut you off. What were you saying?
No, that's good.
No.
Oh.
What?
So what are what was your favorite track to make out of all of these tracks? What's your baby?
My baby was, I think it would have to be a tie between Confess and Gutter, because when I wrote Confess, it was like I was kind of like just channeled. I didn't even think, you know, like I didn't even like structure any of those words or anything. It just fucking poured out of my head.
You were
like
just,
I just
tuned into that creative frequency.
it was just so natural and so perfect. I didn't, felt so right. And Gutter was the opposite. Like I worked so hard on that song and I spent complete like hours and hours. I wrote like all these different verses and different ideas of trying to do different ideas with it and stuff. But, I just wanted to have a lot of fun with it, and I tried to picture like performing, like what it would be like performing that live, at a live set. And so that just made it a little more fun, I guess,
Yeah. That the track.
What's your favorite song on it?
Who, my favorite?
Yeah.
My favorite, I already said, was Dead Man. It's a short and sweet one. And then I'm gonna say Chemicals, and also Confess. It's like that song is stuck in my head. We were talking about it before, like an earworm. There's certain songs that are like the certain tempo, the certain pitch, a certain frequency, and it gets stuck in your head, and it's like repetitive, and it's just like, I want 999 more Hail Marys right now, just all fucking day in my head constantly. So that's that's good when you make something like that. And
I think my favorite one was Serious, because of like it just has a future-based vibe, and that's what my favorite genre is right now.
Dope. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, man, for making a solid release. Do you want to take some time and smoke a bowl? Do a little smoke sesh?
Yeah, dude. Can you guys wait a quick 15 seconds for me to go grab my weed, my bong, and shit? So. Yeah,
no worries. I'm gonna set up a song.
All right, sounds good.
All right, cool. All right, I got one. Are you ready? You got your bong?
Yeah, I'm ready, bro.
That was a fast 15 seconds.
Yeah, it was 12 seconds. That's what fast 15 seconds is.
You goddamn right. All right, everybody out there, flick your bits, snap your pics, and hashtag them NHP Smoke Sesh. We can all smoke together. Holy
Come on.
shit.
Come on.
So for the people out here that have listened to your music and been bumping the new album and, you know, watched your videos and all this stuff, but don't really know much about you, we geek out on shit here all the time. That's kind of what we do. We just geek out on, you know, video games and cartoons and old school nostalgia shit and movies from the 90s and all this weird shit. So what's something that's weird that you're into? What do you geek out about?
Well, my friends know this about me, but I'm like a closet fucking Lord of the Rings nerd.
Yeah?
I used to have a fucking Mordor, a huge Middle Earth map on my wall and shit, and I don't have it anymore, but I don't know, I always been a huge Lord of the Rings nerd, and fucking anything you ask me about it, I'm fucking very knowledgeable of it, so I don't know.
Man, that's
my
dope.
shit.
That's crazy.
That's what's up.
So,
Yeah.
like, you read all the books and everything, too?
Yeah, I did all that shit. I read The Hobbit when I was a super youngster.
Uh-huh.
My cousin was forced to read it when he was a kid, and I, like, wanted to read it super bad, and fucking ever since I read that, I don't know. I always loved it, so.
That's dope.
Why? You guys want to geek out a little bit, or what?
What geek?
That's how we do it. Every episode.
You guys want to geek out?
That's how we
Come on,
do.
man.
We do.
we're trying to find out your geeks, your likes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm a huge
Lord.
Lord of the Rings nerd, dude. That's my geek. That's my like. So.
Well, you know what? We've been doing
Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah, Game of Thrones too, man. I love that shit. Me and my family geek out on that. It's like how we like, you know, stay in touch about shit, you know, fucking like, did you see what happened type of thing, and
bonding over
It's
the Game of
just-
Thrones.
I think we all need our little outlets and our escapes and our little geeky avenues, you know, to kind of keep us sane, right?
So, if you could, if you had like a machine that you could bring back any toy from your childhood, what would it be?
Oh, dude. I mean, the only really toy that I had when I was a child was a Nintendo, bro. Like just a NES. That was the shit, man. That's all I ever really played.
Well, if I were you, I would just go buy one of those because I wouldn't waste.
Yeah,
I wouldn't waste the
it's
magic box on a Nintendo.
Yeah, but it's different. It's different when you do it by yourself and you're all fucking, you know, in your 20s and you're by yourself. You don't have the same excitement. You got to get all your homies over and have a sleepover and order pizza and shit like that. You know, and fucking geek out. It's a little different. So.
Yep, true.
You know?
Just so if I could take a second to answer that question for myself, I would use the box to get a first issue Karl Malone Beanie Baby, and I would sell it.
Karl Malone Beanie Baby.
Karl Malone Beanie Baby.
Oh my god.
I'm not even into it, but I'm pretty sure.
I forgot about Beanie Babies, bro. You are definitely geeking out on shit over here on this.
So,
I understand that.
They're worth money, man. They're worth money.
Yeah.
Not all of them, because that's the thing, right? Is that people bought a bunch of Beanie Babies and they weren't worth shit. But every once in a while, there's one that's like some little unicorn.
What else is worth a bunch of money from back then, dude? Drop some more knowledge on me really quick. Some more geeky knowledge.
I know that what I found recently is a milk cap maker. It's called, and you could print out pictures and you can make your own pogs out of this machine. It comes with like 72 fucking cardboard pogs. You put it on there, it has a little adhesive, you twist it, bam, and then you make your own pogs with your own pictures. You can put pictures of your face on there, pictures of your butthole zoomed in real close. whatever you want. And then you fucking pog it up with your homies. So that was my shit when I was a kid. I was all about pogs, and then I lost all my pogs, and then
shit, dude.
turned my pog tunes into bongs.
Yeah. Right on, dude. Well, fucking A. You guys are the king of that random shit over here. I swear to God.
Yeah.
We love to get nerded out.
Yeah. We just geek out on fucking weird shit. Hey, did you see the
new Ninja Turtles?
Oh, no, I didn't. Did you?
Dude, that shit is fire, bro. If Ninja Turtles were important to you in your childhood, you should go see this motherfucker because everything in it.
I saw the one with you last year. Remember when we went to the premiere together and we got the little we got the posters and we got the band thingies and all that shit. Remember?
Yeah, I awkwardly pointed at Craig Robinson.
Yeah, we were all like starstruck. We were like, oh.
I'm like, hey, pointing at him with the poster, wearing the Ninja Turtle mask and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking like a big ass retard.
He keeps trying to sell me on it, but I haven't seen the new Ninja Turtles movies.
Hey, you should go see it, bro. This one they brought back Bebop and Rocksteady.
I know you got Ty to watch it.
Jones. They got Krang. They got everything. They got the Technodrome. They got the Turtle Van. They got all of the shit from childhood is in this new movie.
All right. Well, I might see it anyway, but just whatever. All right. Whatever.
We're real Ninja Turtles over here, son.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna see the new ones. I'm not sure.
Dude, I'm not against Ninja Turtles at all. I
love the Turtles, but I like to just remember them as how they were.
Well, different things.
So funny.
I like to remember them as people in costumes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I never went and saw the new Scooby-Doo movies and shit like that either. I was like, fuck watching a Scooby-Doo movie. Those are cartoons, and that's how they were supposed to be forever.
Yeah, they made movie length. They made movie length cartoons, hundreds of them.
I don't know. There's some things you can't touch, man.
It's that invisible line that we draw in the sand. We talk about it all the time. Some things you just
they'll
don't
do anything for the dollar, for the almighty Benjamin Franklin.
It's true. It's true. So what are you listening to right now? Now that you're not working on the album anymore, everything's done, everything's out. What are you? What's on your SoundCloud playlist, or in your iPod, or however? What's in your tape deck, or on your burnt CDR?
On my burnt CDR. Well, I was listening to a lot of the new Flume tracks a lot recently. The ones with the female vocalist I really like. He has a song with Tub Low and shit like that. And I don't know if you listen to Flume, but he's pretty badass, dude. I was listening to that a lot, and lately I've been listening to the Red Hot Chili Peppers just came out with the album, some fucking, old ass album after a long time. And so I was listening to that shit. It came out the day after my album.
Nice.
But I got some leaked tracks. I don't know, dude. I really listen to random music like that. I'll listen to Flume and Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I'll listen to some Vince Staples and some, I don't know, fucking, I love. It's kind of embarrassing. I'd rather not tell you guys what I listen to.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
I got some guilty pleasures as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's all right.
Totally. Yeah. Man, it's weird, dude. It's because as an artist, you think that they would listen to music like what they make, but really it's not even the case, man. Sometimes that's just how they process what they, chew up. I don't know. Yeah. So I don't really listen to a lot of music that you guys would maybe even be relevant or even know about or even care about or anything. I don't know. So
yeah, but that's
weird. All types. We search for Russian weird singers on YouTube.
Yeah. But that's always how it is, you know what I mean? Whenever anybody that I listen to in any band or any rapper or anything is interviewed, they're always like, yeah, I listen to Queen and I fucking like this shit and I like all this old stuff.
I was listening to a punk band called Jawbreaker last week. I was on a Jawbreaker binge. So if you guys really want to know what the fuck I was listening to, look up Jawbreaker punk band from Oakland and you'll be like, what the fuck was Lox on, dude? This fool's not listening. So that's
cool, dude.
So there's some old school punk band from the 80s and 90s from Oakland that was a guy that had throat cancer and sounds like this when he sings. So really gnarly. But yeah.
Here, hold on. What's it called again? I'm gonna play some of it.
Jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker.
Yeah. 24-hour Revenge Therapy is their best album.
It's not a movie soundtrack.
The Jawbreaker movie soundtrack? The one with the girls that put the Jawbreaker in the girl's mouth and put her in the trunk and she dies on accident?
It's scary as fuck, bro, but you'll find them on the internet.
You know what? That could happen. All right, let's see what we got.
Look.
I got something in here. 24-hour Revenge Therapy. I'm just going to go to like a random part of this YouTube ad and then mute it and let it play through. Today's episode is brought to you by Head and Shoulders, apparently.
YouTube.
On YouTube.
Nice. You say YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know, so while we wait out this YouTube ad, yeah, we're going to see what this is, and then I'm going to... See, that's dope. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fresh.
So I'm weird as shit, dude. I listen to whatever music. I was listening to fucking Sublime and shit too recently, and just on a weird kick, you know, and like just, you know, fucking old school stuff is awesome to me.
Here's something that I found recently. It's called it's a band called Baby Metal, and
Baby Metal.
Yeah, it's a it's a band called Baby Metal, and it's a bunch of like super hot Chinese girls or Japanese. I don't want to generalize, and they're like singing. They're singing metal.
It's general, so
yeah, you're right.
Should have said Asian.
Okay, I'm gonna edit all that out. Don't worry about it. So there's these three Asian girls, and they're singing metal music, and this is what it sounds like this.
Well, I had to write that down.
Okay, I realize I realize now that I set that up like I listen to this band. I do not. This is just something that I found the other day.
The lyrics, bro. Is there lyrics in the description?
There are no lyrics.
That shit sounded fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, it's a full metal band with just these cute Asian girls. I just had to write that time.
It sounds like a theme song for an anime. Like, you know how they always got the most random songs for animes that you watch, you know? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I went on this Walkie app and I was like, show me some music that I've never heard before. And people gave me a bunch of shit. This was one of them, and it has 54 million views.
54 views?
54 million views.
Oh, I was like,
views.
Okay.
That's music nobody's ever heard before.
That's really unheard.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that unheard of at all.
Yeah, that's not unheard of. They lied to you.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go complain. I'm going to report those people on the app.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You know what? Thank you for giving me the courage to do that.
Yeah, dude. That was back to what we were talking about earlier. That's why you always bite your tongue when you eat, bro. That's you biting your tongue when you eat. You're not fucking standing up and you're biting your tongue, bro. That's true. What's happening right there.
It's true.
You gotta not bite your tongue, bro. Fucking be the squeaky wheel. You know what I'm saying? Get your money back. Get your fucking change the system, bro.
I'm gonna do it.
Change your system.
I feel mad empowered.
Yeah, exactly. So
run for office.
Mm-hmm.
Be president. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Did you see that?
Mikey the mayor.
Did you see that thing that Bernie Sanders is put up on his website, like a step-by-step guide of how to run for office in your local area, so that you can make a difference and be the change?
That's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah.
I respect that. I mean, because honestly, I was taught zero facts about anything in my whole education provided by the American government or whatever, you know, my public education system.
Yeah.
I had, you know, they didn't teach us anything about that shit. I didn't know what the fuck a city council was, or what a state senate, how that shit worked, or how to propose a bill, or how to do anything like that to try to change anything, you know?
Yeah.
So somebody needs to teach us that shit, right?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. They don't teach you that shit on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. They don't teach you how to pay your taxes correctly. They don't teach you how to start a business. They don't teach you how to do anything like that. Like, you know, the most important things that you really need that are practical when you're out, you know, trying to make something.
Yep.
So that's how funny is that.
Yep, that's crazy. So you're just out here empowering people all day. Yeah. So so thank you for providing this album. Thank you for writing up that page on Bernie Sanders' blog about running for Congress. That was you, right? Maybe not. Maybe that wasn't you. And thanks for joining us, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, no worries at all. Thanks for having me. Thanks for listening to the album and stuff. And thank you to all the people that check it out and stuff. I really appreciate any support from everybody. So it means a lot.
We got the links in the description, so go check it out.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll talk soon.
All right, man. Have a good day.
All right, later.
Peace. Well, there it is.
There it is. Another one.
Fucking A. So everybody out there, don't hesitate. Get down there in the description, click the link, and check out the album. It's dope.
Yeah, go get it now while you can. You know?
Don't get it tomorrow.
It's not one to be slept on. It's definitely going to be part of your summer theme, and you know it's super relatable. So I think everybody should just go take the time and go give it a listen. You know, you ain't got shit else to do. Put it in your schedule of what to listen to while you're at work or throughout your day or during your drive or whatever, you know, just schedule that shit in because it's definitely worth a listen. Homie put a lot of hard work and effort into it, and it's definitely a solid project.
Yep. And if you are interested in selling your soul today or at some time in the future, it's a must listen because it teaches you a lot of good things. A clean soul is worth more than a tainted soul. And, you know, these are things that you need to keep in mind if you want to go down this road. So go check it out. How to Sell Your Soul by Lox Chatterbox. Available now everywhere, but mostly on SoundCloud.
Yeah, well, no, it's in every online retailer, every store you can buy music, every fucking.
So it's on iTunes and Spotify and all that shit.
Yeah,
too?
It's on Spotify. It's on everywhere. Everywhere where you listen to music at, you could find it.
There you go.
And
go get it.
There's no excuse. So go make that shit happen.
Yeah, and even if you had an excuse, we probably wouldn't listen to it. One, because excuses are usually made up. Half the time it's like, but my aunt got sick, and it's like you don't even have an aunt. And then for two, you don't have a microphone, so we can't hear you.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to call the number, which is on the bottom of our website, right next to our donate button.
1-800-GET-FUCKED.
That is not our phone number. Don't call that, because I'm pretty sure that's a porn number.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Seems like that would be porn, right? Here, hold on. I'm gonna call 1-800-GET-FUCKED right now and see what happens.
Wait, is that even like? I don't even know if that's. I think that's too many letters. It's got to be like FUKD.
Yeah, FUKT, right? Or
yeah,
or D.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's see. Which one will we do it? Get fucked. FUKT or D?
T. Fucking
T. All right. Let's see. Let's see what happens. All right. Come on. It's not going to connect to anything.
First Choice Educational, this is Andrea. How may I direct your call?
yeah.
Who is this? First Trace International?
Educational tours.
Educational tours?
Yes.
For
Sorry.
where?
Wrong number.
Batavia.
What is that?
Batavia, New York.
Oh, okay. Thank you. What the fuck? Latavia?
Hey, I bet they don't know that their phone number is get fucked. Holy shit, Jay.
Should I have told her that I was trying to reach a porn line? Oh, sorry. I thought I was calling 1-800-GET-FUCKED. I wanted to call
You
the.
never know.
Oh man, I
think
could have.
maybe it was supposed to be 900.
I'm glad I didn't say that and sexually harass that girl live on the podcast. That would have been horrible.
That'd been messed up.
Yeah.
Been messed up, bro.
Well, there you go. Call 1-800-GET-FUCKED and talk to that nice lady at the Tavia Tours and get educated.
I guess get a motherfucking scholarship.
Get yourself a scholarship. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Peace, bitches.
Natural Habitat Recordings.